Good morning everyone, or evening if it's evening time for you. I decided to take down the video and retake it from last night and re-edit it simply due to some of the sound issues that came along with that video. I was simply talking to my girlfriend and I noticed that as I was editing the video, some of the sound did not sound that well at all. So I guess the lesson was learned: do not edit videos while you're talking to your girlfriend because your video will turn into shit. But with that being said, let's dive straight into this video, shall we? In the beginning of this video, I'd love to include Renown, and simply because I love the medieval survival concept. Previously, we had developers try to recreate something similar to this one, and they always seem to crumble down for just whatever reason. Whether it's due to the lack of optimization or the lack of content, who knows? The bottom line is I'd love to see more medieval survival games like this one, and this game seems to offer just about everything I'd love to see in that sort of game. Renown seems to lean more towards the Rust concept as far as having a workbench and refinery of some sort, which allows you to create more advanced armor and weapon sets. You'll be able to hunt and build castles using the resources that you gather throughout its world. I would imagine as you build your empire, you'll eventually join and go against other players in PvP setting, if you will. Very cool concept. I cannot wait to lay my hands on this game. Next one up, I have Tales of Morrow. Same medieval-ish concept, even though the art style of it seems to be more Fortnite-like. Nonetheless, I think it's safe to say that this game checks out all of the boxes when it comes to survival game. Just a side note, I did a review video on Guidonia, which is a classic RPG open world survival game. To my knowledge, it does not have first person mode, but does have a similar art style to this one, and it is currently available on Steam. Definitely recommend checking that out, especially if you like classic RPGs. Something I noticed that looked very appealing to me was the character physics in this one. As you hit your enemies, you will eventually break their shields along with their arms and skulls. I love it. It's definitely on my wish list. Next one up is Life Not Supported, and this game is pretty much more realistic version of Astroneers, if you will, which is a space simulator slash survival game that is heavily relying on game's physics to immerse its player into providing that realistic space scenario, if you will. You are an astronaut trapped in space, and your goal is to not only survive in space but also figure out a way to start a new life in space, meaning become self-sufficient. I personally have love and hate relationship with these space survival games simply because they can get pretty complex in today's day and age, and they do require a lot of patience. Simply learning the game can get pretty challenging, and for that sole reason, oftentimes than not, they cannot be enjoyed right away. It's not plug and play, so to speak. Next one up is The Front. The Front takes place in post-apocalyptic sandbox landscape populated with zombie-like creatures and hostile factions. On this war-torn land, players will engage in epic battles that will determine the fate of humanity. Team up with your friends, explore ruins in your enemy areas, craft weapons and equipment, build bases, and defend them with tower defense-style traps. Pilot tanks and planes, battle the elements, and simply survive. Next one up is Omega Crafter. Omega Crafter is an open world survival craft game set in underdeveloped game world that is being attacked by a mysterious program. Adventure, build a city, challenge mighty bosses with Grammy, your programmable sidekick, and friends in order to complete development of the game by the release date. There are multiple biomes in Omega Crafter where you can encounter different landscapes, monsters, materials, and hidden secrets. Adventure and explore the vast open world with Grammy and friends. The next one up is the Parasites. You are one of those lucky enough to survive the infection. Every time you try to go beyond the catastrophe, you somehow come back. Your task is to survive and get out of this trap as time goes by. Loneliness and the itch of the parasite begins to put more and more pressure not only in your body but also in your mental state. Will you be able to survive this unknown disease? You don't get any help from the outside world. All you have is a parasite that you have learned to coexist with. By chance, he rewarded you with superhuman strength and survival. Using this, you will have to learn to go build shelters and improve your character. Create traps, make more tools and weapons for hunting and self-defense. Remember about those who are less fortunate than you are. Your life is under a threat at all times. At any given point, you can die. Sounds like a TV show. There is a demo available as well. You can literally just test it out as we speak. And last but certainly not least, we have Mirthwood. Manage your own homestead, build a farm, plant and harvest crops, breed animals, and upgrade your facilities to craft items and gear. Build a peaceful life for your family and trade your goods from town to town. Mirthwood features a rich, fully realized world with gorgeous hand-drawn graphics, immersive sound effects, and the original musical scope. Explore an open world of 6 diverse regions and 3 distinct towns, with much to discover. And this will conclude today's list. If this video helped you in any way, shape, or form, be sure to hit a like button, subscribe for future content like this, and as always, this was your boy Roos, and I'm out. Goodbye.